Hey family, what's good? This is your girl and the Bronze Goddess, and I'm actually here today to do another strawberry letter. Before I get into it, I want to remind you guys about my book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. If you enjoy my strawberry letters, you are going to thoroughly enjoy my book. It's on CreateSpace, Amazon, and also now available in Kindle format. And if you'd love to come on out and have lunch with me, hear me speak, and have some food and giveaways and all that stuff, come on out to my dating luncheon. It's called Dating with a Purpose. It's going to be held on Saturday, August the 1st at the Loft here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm bringing along a dynamic guest speaker. He's a certified dating coach, certified life coach, and an author. He's written several books, but one of the most notably known is God Where's My Boaz. Over 300 reviews on Amazon. You guys want to check him out? And yeah, I'll leave the ticket information below. It's on my website, www.bronzegoddess01.com. So now, without any further ado, let's go get him. I'm 20 years old and I recently met a man from online who was 29 years old. We talked for a few weeks and he managed to get some time off work for about 3 days. We met up and had such a blast. During the course of those 3 days, he brought me to nice restaurants and an amusement park, and we even did a little bit of shopping together. He treated me how I always imagined a great guy should. He never let me see the check once, and he put his card in my hand whenever I wanted something, and we had great conversation. He even moved me to the other side of him whenever men were sitting on my side or walking on my side. During one of those days, this and that happened and he took my virginity. Mind you, I never planned on doing that before I was married, but it just felt right. Since it was so sudden, we didn't use protection, but I'm not pregnant. After he flew back to his state, he and I started talking more and more, and he's trying to find a place in my state or a school for me in his. I feel as if everything is going so fast, faster than I expected. I just got accepted. I'm not going to say what school she got accepted into because it's one of the top 10 in the country, and I don't want you guys to be able to tell who she is or whatever. Anyway, so now we're not sure. I'm not sure if I should put my original plan on the back burner and start a new life with him. We've only known each other now for about a month. I've always prayed for God to bring me happiness, and I honestly think that I found it in him. Color me naive, but it is so wrong for me to want to change my life for somebody who I care about, somebody who cares so much for me. I also don't know how I'm going to tell my father that I'm in an interracial relationship with someone who's 9 years older than me and who wants me to move in with him. To top this all off, I'm the youngest of his children. And that is the end of her letter. The main reason why I wanted to do your particular strawberry letter is I kind of want to talk about a few different points. Number one, I definitely feel like he saw you coming. You have to realize when a man is dating a woman with this much of an age gap, especially when you're like 20, you don't have a whole lot of dating experience, and he's been out here all this time dating, seeing what works, what doesn't work, honing his craft, so to speak. He has a lot more experience than you. So I don't think it's that difficult. Not trying to disrespect you and be insulting to you, but I'm just keeping it real. It's not that hard for a man to woo and wine and dine a girl who hasn't had much dating experience at his age. Like, he should be able to do that. But I'm a little bit disappointed in you, a lot honestly, that you let him talk you into giving up your virginity within the course of 3 days. You didn't say it was the first day, the second day, or the third day, but it doesn't matter. Just because he took you to a couple of dinners, because he gave you his credit card, because he took you to an amusement park, that means that he earned your vagina, earned your virginity. Honey, your virginity is not a prize that you win at a county fair, okay? There's not enough Wagyu, not enough filet mignon, not enough Kobe beef. There's not enough steaks in the world, on the planet, that would make a man think that he bought me enough of those that I would suddenly give him the most precious gift that I have. I feel like he took advantage of you, of your naivete. You clearly are naive. You said color you naive. You are. Because you fell for it. You're willing to alter the course of your life for somebody that you barely know. 30 days is not enough time for you to realize if he's the one or not. And my father gave me a lot of good advice. One of the best pieces of advice that he gave me is that you never know a man until you see him angry. Regardless of how much he wines and dines you, how nice he is, it's easy. It's only been 30 days. Anybody can pretend to be your Prince Charming for 30 days. You don't know him well enough to even consider putting your dreams on hold and moving in with this man. He is still a stranger. I don't care how much you've talked to him while you were online. How much do you know him face to face in person? How does he get when he's angry? Does he yell at you? Is he abusive? Does he put his hands on you? Does he ignore you? I feel like he's showing some signs of being a little bit controlling. Moving you to his side when a man comes close to you. He whines and dines you. He treats you like your father does. I feel like you're looking for a father figure. You're scared to tell your father about this guy who's acting a little bit like your father to me. Whenever you want something, he just gives it to you. Just hands you his card. He doesn't want anybody to get close to his girl. He's talking about moving you to where he is. Like he hasn't even considered the fact that you are about to go to one of the best schools in the country. So you're going to give all that up for a man that you barely know. And I want to also tell you that your vagina is not a prize. It's not something that he can wine and dine out of you. I don't care how much a man does for you. It doesn't mean that he has earned, doesn't mean that he deserves the most precious gift that you have. Whether it's your virginity or whether it's your vagina, either way, he doesn't buy it. He doesn't pay for sex. You are not a prostitute. I hate to be so blunt, but I feel like I have to be. Just because a lot of you are young and you don't have an older sister or a cool auntie to tell you this kind of stuff. I don't care what he bought for you. I don't care how many times he gave you his credit card. So what? You chose to do that. And some men expect things in return. All of that was laying a foundation for him to ask you for more and more and more. You felt like, oh, I felt kind of obligated. It felt right. How did it feel right? I mean, you barely know this guy. You never looked at the check once. And no, absolutely not. And there's a quote that I absolutely love. It says, follow your heart, but take your brain with you. Does it make sense? You're not even mature enough, responsible enough to tell your own father that you're dating this guy and you could have been pregnant and bring another life into this world. Consider yourself lucky that you didn't get pregnant with this man's baby, a man that you barely even know. What would you tell your child? He could up and leave you. How do you even know that what he tell you his name is even his name? Have you seen his driver's license? Like, who is this guy? He could be anybody that you met online. How do you even know that the credit cards that he was using to do all this stuff was even his? You don't know him. That's what I want you to get. You're willing to change the course of your life, somebody that you barely know. You want to move in with this guy? Does he have a record? Has he been married before? Does he have children? Like, how well do you know this man that you're willing to change your whole life for? All of this off the strength of him having great conversation for a month. Him whining and dining you, taking you out to eat. Him giving you his credit card. Where'd you want to go? Forever 21? H&M? Like, what all did he really do for you that you couldn't do for yourself? You can't buy yourself a meal? You can't take yourself to an amusement park? You can't buy your own clothes? I'm not saying that he is a bad guy. I'm saying I don't trust it. I don't feel right about it. And I think that's probably part of the reason why you're hiding it from your father. You can say it's for whatever reason that you want. You know what this is. I think your father would eat him alive. When your father gets with him, your father will be able to see right through him. And that's why you don't want to introduce him to your father. I feel like you know the answer to this. You're getting caught up in a whirlwind. You are making permanent decisions on a temporary situation. And I feel like if you continue down this path, you're going to regret it. You're going to end up pregnant with this man's baby, and then all the truth will come out. All of his skeletons will come tumbling out of his closet. Oh yeah, he was married before. I didn't know that. Oh, he has a record. I didn't know that. He used to have a drug problem. Who knows what he's hiding from you? Like Chris Rock said in the comedy sketch, you're meeting the person's representative when you first meet them. He's showing you the best side of him. But it's not all of him. It's like a two-dimensional picture. It's not giving you enough depth. Turn that bad boy all the way around so you can see exactly what he is. You're only getting the front and the back. What about the side? Does he have some side pieces? Okay, you don't know. What's his longest relationship he's ever been in? Has he ever been in love? Does he believe in love? Does he believe that a woman should work? Does he believe in you getting your education? Is he going to I feel like if he tries to isolate you from your family and your friends, your father gets you over to his part of town where you have no job and you don't have a whole lot of work experience and all of that, it's even easier for him to control you. You're in a new city, a new place, you have no friends, you have no family there. He becomes your everything. And then you can't afford to support yourself, so he has to pay for everything for you. And you feel indebted to him. Like, I feel like it's a slippery slope that I don't think you should even be on. I don't trust it. I don't trust how fast it's going. You are taking the passenger seat of your own life. You're allowing this stranger to drive you around in your own life. He's in the driver's seat, but it's your life. You said it's going fast, way too fast for me. So who can slow it down? Can't you slow it down? If your relationship is going at a pace that you're not comfortable with, you need to be a woman and stand up for yourself. That's why he chose you, and you still don't get it. That's why he chose you, because you just allow things to happen and you just go with it. Yeah, 3 days, yeah, it felt right. I haven't told you're not even brave enough to tell your father about him. You don't realize this is all the reason why he chose you. For a month. He's known you for a month, and he's about to talk you out of one of the best schools in the country. If you don't listen to anything that I say in this video, I want you to listen to this. Take your sweet, sweet time. You are in no rush. You are 20 years old. The world is your oyster. Why can't you have him and your dreams? Any man that really loves you and cares for you would never make you choose. They would help you, to encourage you to do whatever it is that you feel comfortable with. If he makes you sacrifice all of this for him, then he's selfish. And he will always be selfish. Him and his needs will always come first. I don't think he could make it with a woman his own age. That's why that's another reason why I believe that he chose you. Because a younger woman is easy to manipulate. You don't have much dating experience, do you? How many guys do you go out with besides prom? How many dates have you had besides prom? Huh? I bet you he's dated several women. He has all this life experience, real world experience. He's been honing his craft for years. He knows exactly how to manipulate somebody 10 years younger than him. Somebody who just a few years ago was in high school. I'm not sure this is love as much as this is infatuation, as much as it is, like you said, I think you're in a fairy tale world. Like you said, he's everything that I ever dreamed that it would be. It's only been a month. See how you feel in 6 months. See how you feel in a year. How does he feel about your dreams? You don't even know him. This man is a stranger. You're about to change the course of your life, somebody that you barely know. And I'm telling you, as soon as you change your life, as soon as you make a permanent decision with this guy, all the truth is going to come out. All his dirty laundry is going to come tumbling out. I'm telling you the same way that I would tell any of my 3 daughters if they were considering something like this. Don't you dare make a permanent decision on a temporary situation. It has only been a month. Give it time. Allow his true personality to unfold. Make sure that you see him angry and see how he reacts. How does he react when you don't do what he told you to do? When you don't do what he asked you to do? How does he react then? Does he intimidate you? Does he scare you? Does he put his hands on you? Does he act like he wants to put his hands on you? I don't trust it. I don't like how controlling he already is. He's looking for a school for you in his city. That's presumptuous of you. You mean to tell me you're going to let me give up one of the best schools in the country to come be with you? That's selfish. You better move here. You better. My dreams are important to me. You don't have to choose. If he truly loves you, you shouldn't have to choose. You should be able to have him and your dreams. Stop having unprotected sex. You're going to end up being pregnant with a man's baby that you don't even know. How do you even know that's his real last name? You probably haven't even seen his license or where he lives. If he lives with his mother. How do you know that wine and dine that he did for you wasn't him blowing a whole paycheck? How do you know that was his whole paycheck he blew? And he did it because he knew that he could get sex from you in those 3 days. So he risked it. But actually, he only makes minimum wage. Or actually, he doesn't have a job. Or actually, he's living off of unemployment. You don't know this man. Make sure that you know who you're doing all this with. Who you're doing all this for. Any man that truly loves you wouldn't let you sacrifice all your dreams. He would help you achieve them. There's a reason why my book is dedicated to my husband. He wasn't like, oh, just stay home and raise the kids. He said, no, you go for every single one of your dreams. I want you to have the sky and every star in it. Because that's what a man that loves you wants you to do. He's not like, choose me or your dreams. He said, I want you to have the ultimate life. And you can have them both. You shouldn't have to choose.